Everybody, hope y'all all having a good evening. Hope y'all had an amazing day. Hope everything was good for you. Man, we're gonna do a lot of talking today. Had a lot of things pop off yesterday. So many things that popped off. We couldn't even have the show yesterday till we got some more information. Y'all know how we do it here. Started off by saying Happy New Year to every single one of y'all. I call it the 2-1. Let's get ready to have some fun, have some deep little conversations. We're gonna have a couple of guests on here. Your boy Matt gonna come on here. Your boy Jordan Asian boy gonna be on here a little bit late. Then we're gonna have a returning guest, Marcel, who's really one of our favorites to be on the show all the time. Y'all know what to do. Go ahead, get it in, share. We're gonna have a great discussion tonight. We're gonna get it going. And we're gonna have some conversations that, man, y'all already know. We should have been having these conversations. So right now, we're just gonna let it get going. I'm trying to figure out what just happened. I look like I had a whole bunch of different stuff going on. Let's see here. What happened with this? There we go. All right. Let's get to sharing. I don't know what just happened. Let's go. Let's see here. Man, first of all, everybody that's just coming in, if you're tuning in now, man, go ahead and begin to do that sharing. I know I don't need to tell y'all this all the time. Don't be so much on a boycott. I thought they was gonna block a couple of my videos yesterday because Facebook got a history of doing that with me, blocking information that I put out there. So I am happy that it didn't get blocked. They let it stay up. But man, again, happy 21 for everybody. Man, this is gonna be even better year for us here at Unfiltered. Man, and like I said, it only gets better because of y'all. True, just true to the game. Waiting for the rest of them to come on. Already sent the notifications. I don't know what's going on. Other thing that I am extremely happy about, man, I got my niece and my nephews over here. I ain't seen them in over a year, so I'm ecstatic about it. That's why this show ain't gonna be terribly long, and we're gonna get like straight to the point. I'm just so happy. I'm beyond words. I'm just really contained right now. You know what I'm saying? I saw them walk through the door. I was like, man, y'all made my total day. It was just amazing, and I'm just so happy that I got a chance to see them. And like I said, I'm huge on family, man. I love my family too much, man. So there you go, y'all out there. Come on, man. Y'all know what to do. Let's get the shares. Let's get those views and let's get those numbers up. We're gonna talk about tonight. Of course, you know what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna hit on the fact that this carnage at the Capitol, as I like to call it, just the most craziest thing that everybody has seen. Nah, it ain't the craziest thing that we ever seen. And I got my opinions about that. We're gonna talk about that tonight. We also gonna talk about the fact that we have. We're gonna talk about um, like number one that I got sidetracked because my niece and nephews came in here. So why don't y'all just go ahead and come on, y'all just come on in and just say hi to everybody so they'll see why I'm so happy about all of them coming on. Look at that, man. Look at all of them. Ah, look at them, y'all. Look at them. Give me that. almost got me all the way logged out. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, y'all. My dog got excited and just knocked everything down. I don't know, being crazy and stuff. But it's okay, man. I just wanted y'all to see all of them right there. There you go. We back. Yeah, we still live. We still going live. 5 minutes. I know it failed, but that's all. There we go. See all. There you go. I'm so happy to film that they all here. I'm just good. Hey, how you doing, Sister Ray? All the way from China. No, that's from Japan. All the way from Japan. Man, thank you. Ray, share that out there in Japan for me so everybody can see. Got Mac on there. What's going on, cuzzo?
What's up, everybody? This your boy Mac Daddy, 144 Unfiltered.
What's
up, y'all? Long time no see.
Yep.
Why you look so mad? Why you always look mad? Golly.
See, there you go. Hold on over here. I don't like looking at it. All right, baby.
Hi, beautiful.
Mel, watch out. I guess Mel wanted to be on camera too. Go, there you go, Mel. There you go. There you go. That's the one who knocked over the camera. There you go, Mel. There you go.
You know that dog don't like me, bro.
Not over the camera. Everything else, man. Cuz, what's going on?
Man, listen, I'm trying to be black and alive, man. Seems like I can only do one. We'll see.
Let me see. I don't know what the heck that's about, but we'll get that out of here. All right, but yeah, we still got, like so much going on. I know we had a lot of things yesterday that that's popped off and happened, and I want to kind of take it in and get some more information about the stuff before we got on here and start yapping and talking about it. For the most part, I'm expecting Marcel to come on here too. Like I told y'all, Jordan said he's gonna be a little late getting on. Let me see here. There you go. I'll see you, Kenzie. What's going on, Kenzie? Let me see here.
What up, Doe?
All right, cool beans. So I'm just gonna put yours right up here first. Let's see what this is talking about. Let's see right here. So I just want to speak on till the little bit find out about January 6th post. Let me see here. John, what's going on, my man?
I'm trying to get to these comments. Hold on.
Yeah, we trying to go through. We trying to see them because we do got some.
Up, everybody, tune in.
Say. We got some definitely comments that we want to talk about today. The biggest thing, like I said, we've had it where I had shows on this bad boy, and they take my content off all the time, and because they got this new thing where if it's anything about political, they got to do all these verifications and checks, so they'll not let your video kind of stream out. And I feel like they kind of do that to me more so than anybody, but it is what it is. But man, it's just I seen it come up.
Hey, you know what? I forgot about to review Why I Get Married Too. I remember it, but like I'm trying to I do too much research on that. Crazy.
Well, we got a lot of stuff popping on. This is the 21 now, so first of all, most importantly, I'm hoping everybody had a good start to the 21. I like that. That's all I'm doing, man. I'm about to call this whole year the 21. We're gonna see what's happening, man. We do got a couple, like I said, we just got some things going on. I see a lot. Let me see, John. You don't breach. Y'all got a lot out here.
Man, look, I'm ready to get this one started, but I know we gotta wait, man. It's like I've been like after yesterday, man. I've been feeling to get on this topic, man.
It's and that was my whole thing. That's why I was trying to get with people yesterday, because I think it was too emotional yesterday.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like, I was going through the motions. At first, I was just laughing because it was real funny. Like, to me, it was funny because I'm like, this is not real. And then when it's singing like this is real, like I was really like sad and disappointed. But like I said, we'll get to that when we get there. But like my first, taking of, I'm like, this ain't real. Like, this look like something that'd be on like Fall of Olympus.
And, oh man,
We gotta say, hey, we got Sale in. What up, bro?
What's up, everyone?
Dang, everybody got on their paraphernalia, huh?
And
I threw mine away.
And again, everybody, if you haven't, it's because it's been sold out, but it's re-up and it's good to go. You better make sure that you get your braggadocio gear while it's hot. We just got a brand new shipment up. Lift it. Everybody get this on this gear, man. Men's, women's. I'm telling you, it's on and popping. We can't, we can't keep it. We can't keep it. And that's real talk. I ain't saying it just speaking out my behind. We can't keep it in. They come and they get it. I appreciate everybody with the support of the clothing line, and they keep doing it. If you haven't got it, get it. And if you got it, wear it. And if you wear it, take them pictures so I can shout you out and let you know how much I appreciate you. And people been coming back for more and more re-ups. And keep in mind, there's more and more colors, there's more and more brands. It's all coming out soon. Just stay up on it. Follow the Braggadocio clothing line page too on Facebook as well. Brag with confidence, baby. That's the brand. Next, I'm gonna let Mac introduce himself, and then of course he ain't even a guest of the show no more. This is our commentator, just our commentator. He is our guy when it comes to these things. And I asked him, I said, man, you got to be on the show today because tensions flared up so high yesterday that I was like, man, we ain't doing the show until I get some more information, until I could do some more research, until I could see things coming out. Because like we always been saying, we're doing Unfiltered, that I've never been the one to be like, I want to be the first one out here with all the news. No, I want to be the one out here that is correct, is precise, and is accurate. No pretending. So I appreciate all our fans from yesterday just doing their thing and understanding what we were trying to do, because we ain't trying to be, this not being about popular. This is about feeding our people the correct things. You can go to a table and it's a buffet and everything on the buffet is horrible and it's killing you on the inside. But we want to make sure that everything that's coming out our lips is feeding you in a way that's just going to strengthen you. Point blank, period.
Hey, I got another question for y'all.
What's up?
Let's have a little competition. How many friends y'all lose on Facebook yesterday?
I lost a lot.
Oh, I'm at like three or four.
I think they I don't know, because the brand, like my thing, I don't know about y'all, but I'm right there at that 4,500 to 5,000. I think 5,000 the most you could get on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And a couple of them were just being like, well, I don't know if I want to say nothing. I want to shout out a really good friend of mine, though. Justin Nelson. He been on this show. Mm-hmm. Justin, man, you was awesome. And I'm gonna tell you why I like Justin. Justin call it as he see it, even if it means that he might have to face some heat, just like I may have to face some heat, some things. And I respect that, man. I respect Justin so much, man. If y'all know who Justin is, he my boy who got this shirt on. They ain't the same color as me. Crazy. Shout out to my man. Like I said, really a shout out to every single one of y'all. The reason why I tell y'all take pictures if y'all get in the gear is so I can show y'all off. It ain't so much the brand selling itself, but I want to show off the amazing people that support the brand, because if it ain't for the people, nothing survives. And this is why I want to let people understand, because we about to get into the topic, right? Mackenzie, I see you down there.
Zero. Why is that, Mackenzie? Why you lose 0 friends?
Not to mention, it was a BLM protest. It would have been a bloodbath. Kenzie, we about to get into
trying
it.
to get it.
Y'all right now.
I'm trying to breach this show, man. I'm telling you, because
Yep.
I'm about to get started without Jordan, bro.
I'm trying to get Kenzie to get on this show. Kenzie, I'm trying to get you on this bad boy. But let's get ready to do this.
You gotta get ready. We're going on. Let's do it.
Yep. So I call it carnage on the Capitol. First of all, I don't know where y'all was at. I was at work when I found out everything happened. And I wasn't really paying attention to it. And y'all know I'm a big time, news and political guy. So when I got back into my truck, I just saw my phone blew up with messages and emails and everything else. And then I just went to my DirecTV Live app and bam, I saw people on the stairs at the Capitol. I'm like, that ain't nothing different. They always go on the stairs. But then they started showing the pictures. I was like, they broke into the Capitol building. And what I mean by they was a gang of white people. Well, let's put it like this, a gang of Trump supporters.
There we go.
All right. Because there was some blacks in there. They was looking confused. It was probably a little bit of all of them. Someone was looking really confused.
And if y'all saw my Facebook post, you saw Kane in there too from Power. He was in that bad boy. The thing is, man, with that, like, what was I doing? I just got off of work and I took a nap. And Chris was watching the news, and I was looking. I was like, I'm thinking I'm still asleep. I'm like, Nation Sky. I'm like, okay. Then I actually got up good. I'm like, is this real? And like I said, that's what my initial reaction. I started laughing. I'm like,
yep,
this is real. Like it was amazing. Like I don't want to lie. I don't want to lie here and say I wasn't. That I was surprised. I was surprised. I thought, hey, you do us at a mall or at a bank, at a university, but as far as the nation's capital, like, I will say that I was surprised.
I was actually working from home, and so before it happened, I was watching a live feed from the AP through a religious network, because the mainstream networks weren't carrying Trump's speech. So I wanted to hear what he was saying, because I thought it was kind of odd that he was kind of, having this rally right before they certified these votes. And so I'm watching him go on, and I'm saying to myself, this is unusual, because he kept saying, they're not going to show all of you that's here. And then they did a wide shot. It was like, it looked like a million people out there. I don't know how many it was. Some are estimating 100,000, 200,000. It was a few people. So he was going through his regular rhetoric, going through his regular things. They stole it from us. We gonna fight for this country. Blah blah blah. But okay, ain't nothing wrong with this. But keep in mind, this is a religious network, so they don't have their own feed. They was jacking into the Associated Press. So Trump, he started dropping the BS. He said the actual word, like, yeah, this is BS. This is BS, and blah blah blah. So they couldn't bleep it out. The crowd started getting riled up at this point. This is when they started waking up, and they started to chant BS, 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 BS. Now this is happening right before they go storm the Capitol. I'm looking at this, and this man had already been preaching this rhetoric for like an hour and a half at this point, giving me a headache. So I walked away. I came back. I looked on the TV. These people talking about, well, we sorry some of our news crew got tear gassed and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what's going on out there? Next thing I know, right there live, they kicking in doors. They going through barricades. It's just all panic that's going on. So I'm watching this unfold. And I'm thinking to myself, like, where's everybody at? Because I don't know if you guys been to DC, but DC be calling with security.
Yep.
And so when I've been there, you can't go nowhere without security being there. It's like a movie. Go to a food truck, there's people in black suit, ordering food next to you, looking at you like you better not try it, so I'm like, where's all this security at? And as I'm watching this reign of terror go on, I'm saying to myself, this is something that will go down in history, and it's something that should not be. I felt, I'm not gonna go as far as some people like, I felt embarrassed to be American, blah blah blah, and this and that, because these sort of things have happened. It's just that the shoe has dropped on the other foot this time, and so now it's mostly Caucasian people doing it, and now you can see the difference in response. And so it leads me to believe, like, how much of this was really planned and how much of it wasn't, because the extremists, they was dressed and they was ready. They had a plan. They knew where they was going. They knew what they was about to do. Some of the other Trump supporters, they was there for the ride. You know how it is. You see a fight, you gonna run with it. So they was there for the ride. They didn't know what they was doing. They was going in with them. Then you had the other ones looking back like, I don't want no parts of this. And so after I seen people going inside the Capitol building and they talking about gunshots fired, I said, you know what? At this point, Trump should just call it, say something. He never said anything until they dragged him out there literally. And so this whole thing is just like hard to process, the magnitude of what they.
I think that's the best. I think that's the best word. To say is it's trying to process it.
Yeah.
And going back what Mac said, I think both of y'all had it accurate when it was like, is this real? That's what the first thing when I got it, I'm like, this got to be fake. This got to be fake, because it looked like something out of the 1812. You know what I mean? It looked like something, like the
from
first thing that came up, man. It's like a revolution or something. I'm like,
yep,
they taking over the Capitol. They get in here. That's last time I checked. That's a coup. When you try to do something like that in any other country, if that happened, can you imagine if that happened in Russia, China, any place else? You wouldn't hear from them people again. They would have been systematically eliminated. But this the take I got from it too is that it is finally. People, I want y'all to understand this. This is no emotion. This has been from calm and looking it over. I'm glad this happened. And the reason why I'm glad is because you and everyone else, black, white, Arabic, Asian, Jewish, no matter, I don't care what you are, finally get to see the hypocrisy that is the United States government when it comes to actual civil rights. You see it right there. And like I told people before, people thought I was lying about this. Remember, I came on here and said, the next thing y'all gonna see happen is y'all gonna see revolution. I said, you're gonna see people start to riot and they're gonna try to go in there and cut some hands off. Y'all was laughing at me on here but I was like, look, this is what's gonna happen. Because the last time people got this tired, this fed up, this angry about everything, like I said, this would happen. The Civil War, I remember talking to one of our guys that was on this show. Anthony was on the show. He said, "No, it's going to be the Civil War, not the Revolution." Let me tell you something. That's what those the Trump supporters were saying out there. It's a revolution. I'm telling you, this is what it is. No, they come out of here, Trump supporters, in a belief that they have started cold-heartedly to hold deep down that, man, that's right, we're losing power.
Yeah.
You want to know why they felt they were losing power? Because we had more votes than in any presidential election in the history of the United States. Period.
This thing is so simple, but like after you peel it back, it's so many layers, like of just politics and law enforcement and just hate in general. Like, like it's like just, and that's why I'm glad we talking about just so many layers to pick from to the point where even if we're talking about
Hey,
white supremacy in general.
And I want to put this cuz right quick because I want to bring this up because I was going to bring this up too, and I'm gonna let you get back to it. Listen, look at what my cuz Charles, man. What up, though, man? Love you, cuz. It says white pride. They don't want to kill their own, and I want everybody to pay attention to that for a quick moment.
I disagree. I disagree.
I'm about to let you
I
know
disagree.
why. I'm gonna tell you.
Go ahead and I'll tell you why I disagree.
I'm gonna tell you. Those cops is out there. People, you finally gonna get a detailed explanation to why some people may feel that white cops or whatever, or white people, period, don't approach their own kind with the same intensity as they do others. What the problem is that when you have to look at your own people, they don't look at their people as monsters. They don't look at their people as evil. When they look at their people, they see their brothers, they see their sons, their daughters, their sisters, they see their people. As long as you're not trying to interrupt the flow. And what I mean by when saying trying to interrupt the flow is that as long as you are on our side and you have our beliefs,
yeah, we
good to go.
That's what I was gonna say, and that's why, like, Chris, you make a good point. But if you in a way that's supremacy or any, like you said, if you interrupting the flow, they will take you out. Like even look at this. I know we won't start getting into it now, but like just for Trump to even put out those orders, and I'll give it to Pence. At least Pence went out with some dignity. Pence actually has some dignity during this process, and then he sent those people over to the Capitol, which I think he was where he was at, and anything could happen to anybody. He didn't care as long as he wasn't there. Whoever was there, and whatever happened, it happened.
Now I don't agree with. I want people to be very careful. This is why I don't want people to. We got to stay out of emotion. This is where I tell people all the time: emotion is unreliable. You can't sit there. Your emotion may be real to you because that's how you feel, but it's not an accurate barometer of what the situation is. You could be pissed, but you know how many times you could be pissed and it's really not a reason to be pissed? It's just how you feel that way. You ain't got all the details of it.
Chris, I agree. I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
And I watched him when he did it. He put out a hit list during that rally.
Mm-hmm.
He called them out, everyone. He said
by name.
By
but
name.
He's been doing that.
He's been
doing this.
Yeah.
Trump has been doing this. Trump is like Dennis the Menace at 77 years old. He's worse than that. He's like the bad guy in all those 80s movies. You know what I'm saying? He's the pompous, you know what I'm saying, asshole in all those movies. You know what I'm saying? The one that's always think, yeah, my dad's this, my dad is rich, I can do whatever I want. I'm white, I can do whatever I want to. That's how you feel at times.
Yeah, hey, I'll go in after you, but look, so
no, and all I'm saying is that what we witnessed yesterday, all I'm saying is that what we witnessed yesterday, we witnessed what has always been here. See, people need to stop acting surprised. This is the one thing I don't like about our people, for the most part. We always acting surprised at everything. Why are you surprised when America show its behinds? Peace King, every time America takes off some covers. It's been this way. They want to go back to this way. What the statement, "Make America Great Again," was the slogan for the KKK. People don't, I'm like, did nobody catch that? Do not know everybody else read? This was the slogan for the KKK when they were simply about, we need to make America great again. People want, talking about, let's make America great. No, they want to go back to a time where they could do this crap and not suffer no incidents. They want to go back to a time where they could do what they want. They want to go back to a time of Emmett Till, where they could come in the middle of the night, take a young black male out of his house, beat him within an inch of his life, tie a chain around his neck, and a silo around the chain and throw him in the river, and then go in front of a courtroom and get found unanimously innocent, even though they got all the proof in the world that they didn't. This is what they want to do. Exactly, brother. Back to the future. They want to go back to this. So I am happy this happened yesterday because other races can get to see the hypocrisy what is known as white America. And guess what? I ain't got to say, oh, there's some good white people out there. We ain't got to say that. We know that already. Just like we know there are good black people. We know there's good in all races. But the fact of the matter is, we saw ignorance yesterday and no responsibility. We saw people break into the Capitol building, take pictures like this, not mask.
Hey, look, Randy, I'm gonna segue. I'm gonna segue to one of these topics. Like I said, there's so many layers in this. Let's pull one. Let's pull out law enforcement, right? You gotta applaud. I'll applaud the police and the law enforcement. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna applaud them. They show patience. They show restraint. They I don't know if it was confirmed that 4 people died, but let's just say it was just 4 people, right? Out of 30, 40,000, right? It wasn't a bloodbath. Most everybody got out there safe. Everybody went home. And like I said, I appreciate and I admire their restraint. Now, the one thing that I do want to see is that same restraint that you guys showed last night.
Good.
Y'all went to that Capitol and pulled those people out who came here with ill intentions, military grade weapons, rifles, handguns, and supposedly a bomb there. Those people you show that patience to and restraint. I want that same energy when we have a Black Lives Matter protest. I want that same energy if there's people that's protesting against police brutality anywhere in this country. I want that same energy. There wasn't immediate tear gas, there wasn't immediate rubber bullets, there wasn't any kind of forceful intent against those people until hours later, after the reserve got there. So I applaud those policemen because they show that it can happen and they can do it with the extreme measures. It wasn't, hey, we pulling out our guns or our guns are on our waist to go ahead and take you guys out and protect ourselves. They went ahead and showed extreme patience. And like I said, if everybody at that Capitol was black, they would have made it to the stairs.
I agree.
They would have made it to the stairs. Brandon Marshall, a retired wide receiver, he talked about his experience of actually going to the Capitol and the security that he went through going into each room. It was just mass security. So for guys to just go ahead and just break in like that and for nothing to happen, like I said, I'm not in it for saying, hey, look, I want somebody to get shot up or somebody to get killed. I don't want that. I just don't want it to happen to us when it's time for us to peacefully protest. So that I want to go ahead and peel off so you guys can go ahead and start wiring to me because that's what I want. That same patience and that same restraint y'all gave to everybody last night, I want the same thing for protesters today, especially if they protest peacefully.
I agree with that. I would like them to show that same energy to African-American protesters, at any time instead of just, going full force. Now, it's going to be interesting to see, like I said, it seems like it was systematically done where there weren't enough force there. And I don't know if that's because they felt like, oh, it's just the good old boys. They ain't going to get out of hand like those other people.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's because they said, okay, screw it. We going to let them do what they're going to do. But there was a major breakdown right there. And again, DC is crawling with police officers and security.
Rick, what's up, bro?
And so especially in the Capitol. And so I think that going forward, there's no excuse from a national standpoint for if there's another Black Lives Matter protest for them to come in and just start acting, beating people without restraint, without letting them get their protests going. They're saying that, oh, well, they was peacefully assembled. They wasn't really peacefully assembled. They was getting rowdy long before they broke in. And so, but they still didn't come in and really control a crowd, not with the force that they used against us. And so I'm thinking that, their mindset is, okay, the good old boys, they're not going to really do anything. They're peaceful people. They're just, having a little fun. And I kind of see that in some of these firsthand videos that's beginning to come out, cell phone videos, not news videos, firsthand accounts, officers. Hey, man, I agree with you doing. Come right on in. Come right on in. Hey, come hop this gate.
And you pointed out everything that in sale. That's what I was about to get to. I was about to say, I hear what both of y'all saying. I realized, I know a lot of y'all in the comments was like, hold on. But just in case y'all didn't know, he was being real sarcastic over there, talking about applauding for the police. He's just saying that same treatment, I want y'all to have that same energy.
Oh, yeah.
Let's give a hand clap. They did an awesome job. He wasn't saying that. Come on, y'all.
Yeah,
the other part is.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead.
And it's fine. But the other part is, there is no rationale for what happened. Y'all, people, wake up. Wake up. I don't like using that word woke. I hate that. Some people so woke they need to take their ass back to sleep. I ain't talking about woke. I'm talking about where you need to understand. They got in because they was white. They were white. Can people just look, listen, they was white. You had people taking cell phone videos, and I was about to bring that up. So that's why I wanted to wait a day, because I knew more information to come out, because we live in a society now where everything is filmed, everything is recorded, everybody want to be infamous, and everybody want to be famous. What you got cops taking selfies as they let them into the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They let them into the Capitol, and then they got
over.
Oh man, oh my goodness, what I got to do? That's all it is. And then on top of that, they breaking it. First of all, the young lady, the woman that got shot, and I mean this in all sincerity, no emotion, she had it coming. She was one of the ones that was charging and trying to make it to the Capitol. Let me tell you something, it's federal property. If I'm a police officer, if I'm a federal officer, and you're trying to willfully break into property, and it's everybody out there got weapons trying to get in, yeah, I'm going to say a couple of times stop, and then I'm letting it fly, because y'all intent is not to come in there and to shake my hand.
So I'm going to go ahead and reply to Mackenzie. What she says, asking for that sounds like the same plea for justice decades ago. That's not how it works. So look, I say that because we pleaded for it, and we still do. The difference is that before nobody sees it and nobody understands it. It's like I can say, hey, I'm black and I go through this. They're not black, so they don't understand. So from these past, 9 months, for what has been witnessed, that they saw a man get killed on national television. When they see that, it's like, okay, it opens up another box. So to see yesterday, to know that, hey, people can peacefully protest and get beaten up and potentially die with no weapons or no ill intent, versus yesterday where these people had ill intentions and weapons, to see the restraint, it's just showing like, hey, look, like what's going on? Like, this is the difference. America showed you what it was yesterday. If you're white, they'll show it all kinds of restraint. If you're black, they're not. So just to show that visual, I think it opened up a lot of eyes. So I wasn't trying to say that, hey, we should plead for it, but it's like, hey, look, here's the evidence right here. What more you want me to show you? What more do I have to show you to say that, hey, this is the problem of America? Like, this is the problem.
It's the problem. It's the disease, and they don't have a cure. Let me put it to everybody. This is not going to be cured. Just to let people know, this will not be cured. It'll be treated, but it will never be cured. It can't be cured. It's too embedded. Now it's become genetic. into the, the genetic makeup of America. That's why I'm laughing every time the politicians got up there and said, this is not America. They keep saying the same thing over and over again. This capital is a sign. It's a symbolism of America. Of what we believe. This is a symbolism of America. First of all, you idiots, a statue, a building will never symbolize a civilization. The citizens are what makes the civilization drive. Period. And we're gonna base it off the citizens that we have here. What we've been having here. This country was taken by blood and guts and deception and conniving. People just like, where does the violence come from? Guess what? I want to thank all you Trump supporters for showing who the authors of violence are. Y'all been the authors of violence. Y'all came over here and took this country by violence and pestilence. How you have the Indians walk on the Trail of Tears, talking about you're going to give them land that you stole away and say, we're going to help you out by giving you a little piece of it. But on the way to the land, we're going to get you on the reserves where you can be and live peacefully while we take over the country and rob the riches of the soil. Give me a break. People is just on so much other stuff. It's ridiculous. This is where we got to get to the point where people can understand that this is what they do. They've been doing this. This is never going to be a surprise to this country. This is what this country does. They wanted to see America. You got it. And you're going to get to see more and more of it. Guess what? Y'all got to see the sneak previews. This the preview of what you got to come in, that's coming up. Now that you see the previews, now when the blacks going to say, yeah, it's about that time we rethink a new strategy. Because these people for real, they ain't playing. Yeah, their mindsets are totally warped because anytime they think somebody gains a little knowledge and a little bit of advantage, let me tell you something. White people are still 150 laps ahead of everybody else. Whether people believe it or not, they ain't got to say, oh, look at everything. They still have a huge lap. They've been lapping everyone else for years in this country. And every time we get a little closer, they feel like they're losing a little bit more power. And it's the stupidest thing in the world to think, because now you got people that are finally waking up on their side saying, hold on, man. Y'all, that does sound totally stupid. You know what I mean? And so now we're at this point where we looked at this. That's why I keep saying over and over again, I'm happy that happened yesterday. That was the best thing that could have happened for America, because now they without excuse. Did you see how many people were stuttering yesterday? I've never seen that many politicians stutter trying to make statements and trying to this is what, it's no, just say what it is. Why they didn't fire on them like that? Because they white. They look at them and they don't look at monsters. Because for years they have fed that blacks are monsters. Anybody that's different than us monster. Arabics are monsters. Mexicans are monsters. Let's take it out to them. They had a picture, and I know y'all seen it already. My boy Jay, miss you, man. I see him down there already. Jay fired and ready. I see his head was steaming. And and when I noticed yesterday, and they just kept saying it, like, we just want to keep everything. Look, just because we disagree doesn't mean disloyalty. You see how they kept trying to talk it down to be civilized, but yet if it's anybody else, they are painted like the villains. They painted like Thanos came through a portal to destroy. Like, no, we got to get rid of them. No advantage of us. We got to do everything else to get rid of them. That's where we're looking at, because none of them had nothing to say. They couldn't say nothing. You had a couple of them that's the first time it got that real form. And that was a lot of senators. That's why they changed their mind about putting in to protests against Georgia, Pennsylvania, and all in the other states. That's why they changed their mind. You want to know why? Because if they really felt, think about this. If you got people charging into a building where you work at, but they your people, why would you need to run? Why didn't them, if they felt so safe, it felt safe and like we're doing the right thing for America, these are people. Why was some of the Republicans the first ones to dip out that bad boy?
Mm-hmm.
It got real for them. They're like, no, I changed my mind about it. I can't do that. I can't do this. I want to do this. Because they just want to get out of there. Now that everything that everybody said for a long time was going to happen, what's my man name? Bill Maher? Shout out to Bill Maher. He been saying this was going to happen. He done said it from the time Trump got elected. He said Trump was going to try to run a coup. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Do anybody, I got a question for y'all. And then I'm going to let, Jordan, we're going to let you get on here, man, and do your thing. Think about this. How many of y'all really believe Trump when he say, I'm going to peacefully pass that along? I'm going to peacefully pass along. How many of y'all believe that? 2 weeks. I guarantee you got another big event in 2 weeks.
Oh, we have it before. It's going to be bad before the.
I think they, when they did this, all I thought of is, man, they just showing what they about to get ready to do. You notice how small they didn't mention the pipe bombs they found? Because that's the first thing I was thinking. I'm like,
damn.
You know, I'm like, if I'm a senator or a representative, I'm like, I ain't going back in there tonight. Them people that had access to our office, they probably took details, information. They probably know where I live at. You crazy? I ain't going back in there tonight. That's why people, they downplaying a lot of this stuff. But a lot more information got out than what they saying. I'm guarantee you. Jay, what's up, man?
I feel like I really want to reference 3 comments that Mackenzie made. The first one, she said, asking for that sounds like the same plea for justice from decades ago. That's not how it works. Again, it's past the point of saying treat us like them. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't happening. There has to be a complete change in government to match the people that are actually in America for true change to happen. And it's not that right now. Until that is, us asking for that shit doesn't matter. The next thing that I like that she said was, again, representation. Representation is key. If you want to be represented correctly, you have to have people that look like you in those positions. If they're not there, fuck it. Don't worry about it. I know you, Mac, when you were going in on it, you were saying, you know, you wanted, again, the same thing for the BLM protest, things of that nature, you know, treat them the same way. My biggest point I wanted to, you know, come out with again, this is twice. We had it here in Michigan at our Capitol that they hit the Capitol like that. And then the same thing at the White House. Like, are you serious? There shouldn't have been no talking. I don't care. That's you coming into the Capitol with guns. Kill them. There's no talking.
That's a fact.
And any other, it was kind of weird for me because any other country that you go to, like I used to live in Jamaica, when it's election time, oh, it get real crazy. They throwing stones at your face. They'll tear some stuff up. Never have I seen somebody go into the Capitol with guns and not get blown away. They should have been blown away. And I'm not a person that pushes violence and things of that nature. But America is a show-force country, right? They should have blew them away. I thought that was amazing. But again, this shows you exactly the feelings that America has to everybody else that isn't white.
Yep.
Take notice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
110%. That's exactly what it is. Because we were just saying this. Last night I was talking to somebody. I said, let me tell you something. I'm the leader of a country. I'm the leader. As people start coming in to my building, when we do business, that means you're trying to overthrow me.
Period.
Last time I checked, that's called treason. We got President, Thomas Jefferson killed a man. This is how much he didn't like treason. Thomas Jefferson killed a man on the front lawn of the White House.
That's
for treason. I
Yep.
love that story. Every time I hear, I'm like, that's a leader. And people are like, man, that's crazy. You promote violence. No. I'm promoting order. And that keeps order. That's somebody saying, do not come in here thinking that y'all gonna try to overthrow. Because this is what's gonna happen. Any other country, and shout out to another one. President George Bush, shout out to you, man. A lot of people didn't like everything that you did, but the one thing I respect about you, that you was 100. And he said a statement the other day talking about, man, this republic, this ain't the banana republic, where he made mention saying, do you know what's going to happen if that happened in any other place? Like you said, George, if it happened in any other place, you're getting killed. They got ushered out like it was in a movie. All right, come on. Let's go. Movie over. Let's go. Move it out. Movie over. That's why I said that when that woman got shot, people get mad at me saying it. She had it coming. You don't do that to the Capitol building. If that had been black, if that had been Latino, had been Mexican, anybody else, you would have saw the massacre of all massacres on that bad boy. They would have built a statue on a memorial outside to commemorate it every year. This is what we killed. You know what I'm saying? Like 100 niggas. This is what we killed 100 Mexicans. This is what we killed 100 Arabs. This is what we did it right here to let people know, to celebrate this. Because Americans love celebrating destruction. We have a history of it. We got monuments all around the country to celebrate, to commemorate. We got Abraham Lincoln standing up with a slave kneeled down by his side. Come on. This country loves making people remember the destruction. But one thing that they hate is that they don't want to let go when they got beaten. Evidently, the Confederate flag. What other country carries the flag of the Civil War and they defeated? Who else covered? You go to Germany right now, you won't find a Nazi flag flying nowhere.
Not anywhere.
Here we got, you know, I'm like, man, they better not come to my house. You got white boys gonna come in the house like, South gonna rise again, boy. I'm like, you don't come here doing that. Because that'd be the last thing you should, because I'm gonna send you to sit on Jesus' lap. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what's wrong with a lot of, but it's the hypocrisy that we see. And that's the only reason I said I'm happy that it happened. Am I literally happy that it happened? No. That's disturbing to me that they could come in there. And I'm going to tell you, that's why I put on my page, my personal page, that picture. I'm going to put it on here too, of the man sitting in the chair of the Speaker of the House with his feet kicked up, chilling.
Hey.
Throwing up the 7 mile.
Hey, Mackenzie brought one. The lady was sobbing, saying that we're going to Capitol to run shit.
Yep.
The one that got Mace.
Yep. Talk about we were trying to get in there. She's like, it's a revolution.
Hey.
I ain't got to make this up, people. I've been saying this on here.
Yeah,
I said
this
was going to happen. I've been saying this is going to happen. Anybody who watches our show all the time, I've been saying this. I said we're going to have a revolution because people are getting tired. And it ain't gonna be the smart people. It's gonna be the people that are just going by.
Of course, it's the uneducated. Of course, it's the uneducated, bro.
Yep.
But the problem is they was feeding them all this information, to make them think that they had a legitimate reason to do it. For weeks on end, they were saying, "Okay, this is what went down." Now, before the election even happened, I said Trump, or the day after election, I said Trump. He looked dejected. It's gonna be a wild ride. I put that out there on my Facebook. Everybody like, what you talking about? You know, they try to, whenever you say anything that's like remotely, not mainstream, you think you're a Trump supporter. And no, it had nothing to do with that. I'm saying this man looked like he had a plan in his eyes. From that day forward, they started feeding this information to his base. Well, when they counted the ballots overnight, they flipped the numbers in these states. And so they started riling them up. Then they started saying, yeah, we got these sketchy videos, the voting machine hooked up to the internet. You know what that means? They was changing votes. Then they riled them up some more. You see, the blacks won't let us in TCF Center in Detroit. Detroit is a Democratic city, and that's code for black. So then they started riling them up some more, holding these rallies, these Klan rallies out there. Hey, we got to make America great again. We got to take America back. They trying to steal our country from us. You can't let Basement Joe steal the country from us. And they're saying all this stuff, riling them up. And then it all came to a head. It all came to a head this week when Donald Trump started cussing and being belligerent. I never heard of a president cuss like that at a rally, and start chants and put out a hit list for his own people. I'm telling you, he was throwing gasoline on this for a long time.
Yeah,
bro. You know what it is, and I'm gonna let you finish, man. I'm sorry. You know what it is? I call it. It's the Tony Montana theory.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of Scarface? Everybody watched Scarface. I hope you did. Tony Montana started tripping, start getting high on his own supply. When he got so stoned to the point where he didn't believe he killed his friend, sister ended up dying. Start turning his back. Everybody else like, come on, Tony, we got to get up out of here. And then everybody, what they do, they kept enabling Tony.
You took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was going to say. Everybody from the Republican Party to everybody who was with him was kept enabling him and enabling him. What, like I said, Godzilla already there. You can't stop him.
Yep.
Y'all made Godzilla.
It's a wrap.
Exactly.
Like you said, Frankenstein. I hate, that's why one of my favorite books is Frankenstein, because it's like you created the monster.
Y'all mad that he acted like a monster.
Yeah, it's like, come on now.
Y'all,
and it's crazy. It's just, y'all look what he did. First of all, I know y'all peeped it out. I know all of y'all peeped it out. The Georgia recount election. I already knew bad things was gonna happen. First, they jumped out to the big league because this time they called themselves counting the mail-in first. All of a sudden, what happened? They started doing the rest of the votes. The rural counties started coming in. Republicans was in front. And I was just like, okay, we just got to wait to the end. Because first, and other thing, whoever's down there in DeKalb County, y'all need to start doing better. Because that was ridiculous how long it took for y'all to get y'all stuff in. I know it's a big county, but y'all should have been a lot better, more organized. But anyway, as soon as they numbers start hitting, boom, you start seeing the skyrocket. Everything else, blah, 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 blah. And they want to say all blacks. It ain't all blacks. You got some whites that was tired. They're like, man, I'm tired. I don't want to, this guy's stupid. I'm tired of it. You got a lot of other people. People don't understand. It just ain't all, it ain't just blacks that don't like Trump. You got plenty of blacks that do like him. It's people that don't like his rhetoric. They're like, come on, man. Now you going off the reservation. Nah, man, what are you talking about? And guess what? He damaged those Republicans down there too.
Oh yeah, hey, he
destroyed them. He destroyed the party from within itself. He did that when he first got in, and he's like, "Look, if you ain't what's the name of that movie? State Property." He like, get down. He like, either get down or lay down.
Yep.
And that's basically what he did this whole time. If you ain't with me, I'm making you go down. Ted Cruz, this dude, Trump, humiliated Ted Cruz and his wife. And now Ted Cruz want to take his side? Ted Cruz, I hate to tell you, man. Man, you need to find a surgeon to find out where did your balls go up in your body, because I would be damned. That's why I say I like George Bush. George Bush ain't never liked Trump. He said, I don't care if he Republican. I don't like him. Can't stand him. When his pops died, everybody was there except for Trump was invited there. That's some pure hate. That's more than not liking somebody. He hates that guy. So Trump, and then Pence, like you said, cuz, and I agree with you on this. At least Pence had some class about himself and said, you know what? It's over. I can't go in there. What you want me to do? And I looked at Pence. Did anybody else notice? Pence looked like he wanted to I think he wanted to almost pass out and die last night, because it seemed like everything he was doing, he had to we can't do that. I think he just waiting. He wants to get this over. I think he wants to get out of Washington. I think he is totally done with this process. And everybody else that is actually in this cabinet with this man, I think they say, man, I'm done. They don't want to do anything. And a lot of them, I think, is afraid. And that's what I want to bring to y'all. Yeah. Y'all think that a lot of the people on his staffs are afraid of the repercussions of potentially crossing this man?
Oh, hell yeah. No, hell yeah. For sure. They already knew what was coming. I think when it got too extreme, they're like, okay, we can't be a part of this, but shit, y'all already made it. You're already there.
No, again, I being fair. That man got money and he has the power. and he has the influence, and influence is huge, man. And again, for him to call out people like he did, of course, it would keep people in line, and people can say what they want. Oh, you got to have balls, you got to have integrity. When somebody could change your whole life, you start thinking about things a little bit different.
Yep. And just to give people a heads up, Trump has now been, he's returned to Twitter now. The ban is taken off of him, so we guarantee we're going to see some stuff about him tonight. So
that was 12 hours already?
Yep, they just took it off.
I know Facebook, Zuckerberg banned him for the remainder of the election.
Whatever. Zuckerberg, man, whatever.
Hey, yeah.
I don't like Zuckerberg either, man. But I mean, that goes without saying. It's because it's too many. I don't like people who are all one thing, and I know that don't make sense at times, but don't be. I'm completely conservative, and then all the way I'm completely liberal. No. I think you better have a little bit of both, because I can understand some arguments to both sides of things, and I don't like that. I don't like being labeled. I just like being like, look, I want to know all the information so I can make the best choice that I feel. And I think that's kind of, for the most part, that's how all of y'all are. Like, look, just let me think about the choice, and then I will decide what's in my best interest. Because I can compromise. You know, how many of y'all ever compromise on a situation? Like, okay, look,
all the time.
Compromise. Okay, I see that point. What we'll do, we ain't got to have it my way. We got it this way. We'll do it a little bit of both that make it better for everybody. And I think what this is happening so bad, it's just like, remember I said, the destruction of the two-party system. Trump has already got that ball rolling, because these Republicans and Democrats, a lot of them about to be mad at me, but y'all about to see the same crap happen with the Democrats. It's when people get too much power, they don't know what to do. You're going to start seeing extreme things where we're going to be like, what do you talk about? Like, I just saw something, like, don't get me wrong. They said now they want to take away the title of parents to make it gender inclusive. So they want to take away mother and father. Did you hear what the fuck I just said? They want to take away that you're the mother and you're the father and just be, hey, it is what it is. I'm like, hold on, look. I'm all for anybody, no matter what you are, what sex you are, whatever you want to do. But let's not get carried away with stuff that don't even matter. That to me is like, this is my problem with Democrats. All they want to do is change the BS. They do everything on the vegetables, but they never touch the meat. And that bothers me. Like, they are never, I guarantee you, they are not going to touch anything about civil rights. And I'll put money on that. They won't touch one thing about civil rights. See, the things they have us come out to vote for them for, they're not going to touch. They're going to do all this other BS. Like, you know what? We should stop calling a potato. If you want to call it potato, call it potato. Let's make that a law. Like, what the fuck do I care about a fucking that? I wanted you to talk about some real things. Let's talk about African-American justice reform. I don't want you to talk about that broadscape crap. It's already been good reform for whites. This already shown in the system. They get less time for the same crimes than blacks and Latinos and everyone else. We want it fair. That's all we're saying. Hey, if I stole a loaf of bread, if the punishment is 2 days, then yeah, make it be 2 days. But don't make it 30 years for me because I'm black.
Yeah.
That's all we're saying. We want to talk about some real stuff. I don't want the Democrats to get in there talking that soft stuff, what they do all the time. I'm like, let's make it fair. I think they should, like I've been saying, take out Democrat, Republican, period. Let people run on their own merits. So that way we can call people out on their stuff instead of trying to call out a whole party. Some people have party for years. Trump and a lot of these people out there that was talking as Republicans been talking that, yeah, just because they're Republican. I don't care about the party. I don't care that y'all logo is an elephant. I don't care that your logo is a donkey. I want to know what you want to do. That's what I care about. If I can reach across the aisle to a Republican and a Democrat, and we both can say, you know what? I don't like that part of it. I don't like that part of it. What can we do to come in and make it better for everybody and make it fair? That's how you're supposed to do it. But what happened soon after this election? What we got? Tie-ups.
Nope.
Again,
Everybody has agendas. That's the one thing I learned about politics. Everybody has agendas. Everybody will not be looked out for.
Man.
And especially black people will be very last.
Yep. And it's like Jordan said, Jordan and Marcel, I think, said this. It's got to be representation throughout government for every race, creed. You know what? There needs to be homosexuals. There need to be blacks. There need to be women. There need to be Latinos. There need to be Arabs. There need to be Asians. There need to be everybody on there, so that way representation can be in there for everyone. Yep. It can't be all old white men. And it's been this way for so long. When we could get done with this, the first, we don't want no more the first. Put them in there. And the reason why it's like that is because of white privilege. Y'all been so long, y'all done made the boys club. Every time somebody try to get a little bit in it, y'all give them so much resistance. I'm going to be honest with you. I see them days a little bit coming to an end. I don't see the power structure coming to an end, but I see more inclusion coming in. When I saw those women get selected last year, I loved it. I was like, let them in. Shoot, we didn't have all these people in there this long. What is going to do it? I mean, they talk about them like some dogs, like, oh, these women running their mouth too much. I say all these old white guys running their mouth too much and never having no action. Mm-hmm. Let's get them in there. And you know what? I don't care about a debate. We debate on this show all the time. Yep. Nobody care about a debate. Debate is supposed to be, I'm hearing you, you hearing me, and then we can come with some type of agreement or resolution about what we need to do, period.
So I was going to go in on, again, it always brings itself right back to the same exact thing for me. Financially, upgrading yourself, and via education. The more our people, or people of color, period, in America, educate themselves and push themselves to the next level, and, you know, I'm speaking financially, that opens doors. That opens doors. Representation is what it is because those are the people with the money.
There you go.
If you get into the money, don't worry about no representation because it's not going to happen. We have to continue educate. You got to push your kids to the next level. And again, those people in those rural states, them hickey people, they're dying out. But again, these are the last hurrahs of they're starting to, you know, do better. These black motherfuckers, you know, you senators, governors, what the hell y'all got going on? Mm-hmm. And we have to continue to push that way. If people start doing the dumb shit they doing, not, you know, progressing in life, we're gonna regress and it'll get right back into the same
there
thing.
You go. Outstanding.
I love it.
Like you said, and the other part of that is too, that's why I'm telling so many of our people, period. This should make you now reevaluate what you do in your life to say, look, we've already seen it. Now you've seen it firsthand. Some of us got to see the firsthand bigotry. It was all over the news. Man, God, thank you for social media. Because as much people talk junk about it, when used the right way, everybody get to see what's going on.
Yep.
And you get to see this now, should make blacks say, you know what? I told somebody this, and I don't know if everybody heard me on the book. I said, when I saw the way those cops looked at their own people from across, it was a look of love. Like, please don't make me pull this gun out and kill you. I don't want to do this. Please just go home, being real peaceful. I said, I want my people to start looking at me like that. Before you start wanting to kill somebody over a pair of buffs and some gym shoes, how about you slow down and say, man, I can't do this. It's got to be something different. And that's the love that blacks need to start having for each other, so that we can start, like Jordan just said, that way we can progress into this next thing called cooperation and coming together to do some real things, financial things, because we've said it over and over again, the dollar has power. And we got to get it going this way. But if we just keep looking at each other like, don't trust him, bah, don't trust him, bah. I want the way them cops looked and was hesitant. They didn't even want to put their hands on the guns. They're like, look, just come on. Just calm down. We can talk about this right. They want to talk you off the cliff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want that for my brother. How many of us can say that we could go somewhere right now and somebody do something like, it ain't even a second guess for some of us. They don't even care. We seen brothers get shot in Coney Island in cold blood, while people, they're not even aroused. The look of dead bodies and the shooting that we see now, everybody is totally desensitized to.
Yeah.
So they don't mind. Let me tell you something. Like I said, white folks been doing this for years. They done took pictures in front of slaves burning, dead bodies, shot up. They used to this. Yeah. They've been doing this. You think they worried about somebody with a knee on a guy's neck and he died? They've been saying this for years. They're the authors of it. They love it. Mm-hmm. Now, they don't want to show that white girl did. And I got mad at that. I'm like, show her with her head blown off. So they can start seeing their own people like they ain't got no problem showing our people getting all jacked up. Show her that, guess what? White people do stupid things. White people do some ignorant things. And this is the punishment that should be for.
Hey, wait, what did you say? You play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's why, and I've been saying this all day, and other people been mad at me talking, man, Randy, that's messed up. It ain't messed up. She came there to protest. She was a part of the group trying to bust in the door. Guess what? It's federal property. And it ain't no government. Go to Great Britain right now. If you do that, they'll be sipping tea and shooting you in your head. Like, for the queen. For the queen.
For the queen.
They ain't doing it. And you know, that's why I'm glad Jordan Marcel said that. Because it's not, this don't happen nowhere else. Point blank period, I'm telling you. China, Russia, all the major powers, they having a field day with this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this country weaker than what we thought they were.
Did you see Venezuela?
That was another thing that I was thinking about. I was like, man, so all these countries are looking, they already, with Trump in office, been looking at America like, y'all looking kind of ghetto that way. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But no, truly think about this, man. First of all, how in debt we are to China. And these motherfuckers want to invade this bad boy. Don't think war isn't on the brink. Like we look weak. This shit looks weak. It looks weak, man. But I also wanted to go back on what you were saying. My step grandma is a Black history major, and we were eating one day. It was Thanksgiving, and we were all talking. We brought up talking about Black people and progress and what we need to do, all that good stuff. And my grandfather was like, you know, they need to stop killing each other over dumb stuff, all that good stuff, all that. And my grandma, she's also a psychiatrist. She said, how far away removed are we from segregation? My grandpa, 50, 60. That's it. My mama's 50 something. You know what I'm saying? It's not that far removed. Now, what you have to understand is progress takes time. There is progress being made. The fact that the last 2-3 years, Black people have been pushing mental, getting your mental together. White people going to the therapist. Black people are like, I ain't sitting down with no damn doctor. And now we're opening up to it. Look how long it took for it to be widespread for Black people to think, hey, I need to go to a therapist.
Yeah, for it to be all right.
Exactly. The progress is being made. And again, I like it. It's taking time, but we just can't regress. We got to keep going. Weed out the dummies. The dummies, you know what I'm saying? Get them. They're always be dummies, but just weed them out less and less, and we keep pushing forward, man.
But like you said, you said something. It really applied to this too, Jordan. I know we said back in that might have been season 2. And you said when you were talking about debt, and you made mention that as long as it took you to get in debt, you're gonna have to make the strides to get out of it. And that still takes time. And a lot of people don't mind. People love the party and get drunk, but they hate the hangover.
Talk.
You got to get in there, and we got to realize that what it is that we live in this microwave society. Some of us, like I said, I've seen, and I'm not lying to like you just said, I've seen a lot of good that's been going on within the black, what I'm saying, with the black community. It's been really, it's like it's few far in between because that don't really get noticed because it's purposely not being pushed and noticed, because if it did, more people would start catching on to it. But it's doing like a slow fire. But it has to be this constant. It's consistency. This is where it lasts. Consistency. And what now, you would just wish that a lot of us would just be like, okay, I may not, it's just like when people say old money. Old money one time was no money. Somebody got to be the one that take the sacrifice. And then that's why generation after generation get better, because each one of generations is supposed to make a bigger sacrifice for the next one. And that way you keep getting better. So it could be where the grandkids, great grandkids is still set up because they're standing on the backs of a lot of the ancestors. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's why when somebody tell me, like, I like new money, if it ever is going to be old money, you're not going to see you're not going to see a lot of people when they first starting out busting out with everything else that you want to see, the 5, 8, 20-bedroom houses and stuff. And we went over that before because they're putting back in. One thing I love about, I love when they say, oh, we went into the dope game. They're like, man, I got to get the re-up. A lot of people don't understand what that means. The re-up means that the money I just made, I got to go for re-up and get more product. Not I got to go get, the bins and everything else like that. I got to re-up so I can keep stacking. I can get more flow to eventually. Now I got this flow coming in to where now I can start seeing the pile up. But we don't promote drugs. We don't promote drugs.
I was about to go and say you just safe haven just in case you got to pay somebody bail and all that. But I want to go in and all that.
I promote weed sales all day.
Yep.
I don't. No, I ain't getting fired. I don't promote none of that stuff.
Hey, I'll tell you this. I think Oregon, we need to check this. I think Oregon just legalized, I think like coke, heroin and stuff like Oregon just did some. I'm going to double check it, but I think they just did it last year. Hey, what's going on, bro? I see you, man. Appreciate you watching the show, man. Go ahead and share it out. Everybody's still there. I'm going to push this so much. We got algorithms that we need. I need y'all to keep sharing. I need you to keep pushing it out for us. Okay?
Appreciate you, bro.
Keep doing it.
I'm gonna be real. People may not like this, but if you come to our show and you're watching our show on a regular basis and you don't share, fuck you, because that shit is real rude and real ridiculous.
That's some light-skinned shit, dog.
Hey man, if
you really are like really watching and you like the content, the first thing you should be doing is sharing.
Hit the share button.
No, I agree. No, I agree. But listen,
share.
Views.
What I'm saying again, the views.
I know what you say. I just gotta fuck.
The views are all good and definitely we appreciate it. But if it's that hard for you to hit the share button on this bad boy, then you don't fuck with us anyway. For real.
Thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you. I knew it. It was just. Thank you, Ray. I love Ray. Ray is awesome. Don't it feel good when you ask somebody to do something and they just do it? But yeah, they just decriminalized cocaine, meth. I knew it. It was something. I was like, they like the first state to do it. They are this close. I'm telling you, Jay, they is this close. I guarantee you're going to start seeing cocaine shops. You're going to see cocaine Eddie shops. And when they have that, man, I'm about to buy the franchise.
Hey, niggas moving to Oregon, bro.
I'm saying,
hey, people gonna be doing lines in public like it ain't no thing. How you doing, officer? just snort my coke.
This is my thing, man. I think that's fucking ridiculous, personally. Cocaine and meth, those are different drugs.
They don't help anything, but hey.
No. Cocaine and meth are different drugs. Somebody smoke weed all day, every day, their whole life.
They'll be fine.
Them. the coke heads, the meth heads, they kill you to take your TV to sell it for $10. That's crazy, man.
Nigga, I'm gonna be a dope boy with an organ, nigga. Selling the bricks.
Yeah, but to Mackenzie's point, it's still illegal, but it's
you about to be, hey, cuz, man, you about to be on what's the name of that show where they had them gangsters on that man? They were like, these niggas, 2 boys from the east side of Detroit. You know, it ain't real until you go in slow motion, like.
Hey, I don't know nothing about the hood. Only hood I know is connected to sweatshirts. I don't know what you're talking about, officer.
Now, this because I know we still going back and forth in and out of this, but I did want to touch this because I brought this up on my bro Jared Jay page, and this is curious to me. This is not, we discussed this in a little bit, but not all the way. Honesty. It is a saying that honesty is the best policy. But I was looking at this and it had me thinking so much. I couldn't really because normally I comment to everything that you put question-wise. I couldn't comment to this one because I was like, man, I don't really think that honesty always is the best. And you know, I've always said honesty is the only policy. But you know, when you're in a relationship,
that's a lie. Nope. Hey, if you want to stay married happily, you gotta lie sometimes.
I'm about to say in life, in a real relationship, and this is our real topic. We want to spend a lot of time on this, because we want to keep talking. But what do y'all think? If you're in a relationship, is honesty always the best policy, or sometimes it's kind of better to, you know, let's lie about it and go about your duties? Hey, they're like, tell the truth.
Nah. Hey, bro.
I don't think it's possible to be 100% truthful with your partner, because in all honesty, if you're going to be 100% truthful with your partner, you got to be 100% truthful with yourself. And that's hard in itself.
That's a good statement.
Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, man, I had other people DM me their answers to the question. I think a lot of people live. I hate that shit, man. Be so damn scared.
Man, I look up like, bro, why didn't you just put it on the page?
Had a conversation, but fuck, what was I gonna say? I think it's a part of the fairy tale thing. You know what I'm saying? Of, oh, we're so transparent with each other. We know everything about each other. No, because if you know the real nitty gritty, you wouldn't. I don't think you'd survive. There's some shit. All of us got skeletons. Every single one of us, no matter what. And some you can pull skeletons out the closet. You know what I'm saying? In some relationships, bit by bit. But I'm just saying, complete honesty, I don't think it's possible, man.
Oh, well, you know what? I kind of disagree. Honesty and lying sometimes are 2 different things, if that makes sense.
Hell no.
Let me clear it up. No, let me clear it up. Like, you be honest about like the major things. You can lie and say, hey, you don't look fat in that dress or something like that. You know, but yeah, I think they're 2 different things. I'll lie.
Your life though.
Huh?
You telling your wife you don't look bad in that dress? Like, hell no, you look bad. We got to go to the gym. We got to get it in, because then you be 40 something and you be pissed off because your wife big as a Buick. You may not have to tell her straight up, but you got to be like, you know, maybe we should change.
I like that, Derek. I'm about to put this statement on here. Skeletons is living in the past. No need to talk about them. I 100% agree with that.
I think that's cap.
You don't agree with that?
What? Because
I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it.
The past shapes who we are so much. The reason I do the things I do is because of my past. If y'all don't discuss certain things and you haven't dealt with it, hasn't been dealt with, but it's affecting your relationship, I don't know. The past isn't just the past.
Well, you know what? When you say it like that, and I think this is what I mean by it. Like when somebody say, what's your hit list? I'm like, you don't need to know all my hit list. What does that matter? If it's everything is all good.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I understand what you're talking about because it's some things like if I got anger issues.
You need to know
You
about
kind
that.
of got to bring it. It's got to
But-
come to the surface.
But like you just said, cuz like you don't even know how many people I had sex with or who I had sex with. As long as nobody you don't know, you don't need to know.
Or, like you said, or if I ain't got no disease, if I'm disease free, you need not know nothing. You know what I mean? So, but like you said, other things like what we said this at one time. Like if you a spendthrift, it's gonna come out. Like, man, you should have told me this. The bank account, I'm this and that. You know what I'm saying? Something you messing up. Mm-hmm. So I just think, like you said, I do agree with that. I think some things it's just like, you know what? I can't, we ain't gonna do that. To say half the truth is a whole lie. Yes, but I think that I can omit things that don't need to be mentioned.
How is it up to you to decide what needs to be mentioned or not? You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say that, yeah.
Because if it makes me look bad, I don't want to mention it. Phil, you a little quiet, man. You gotta say something over there, bro. What you think, man?
Well, I'm thinking, if you're in a point where you're in a deep committed relationship, you have to lay it out on the table because it's going to catch up with you eventually. It's going to come out, especially if you're planning on spending your life with this individual. It's going to come out, and then when it do come out, it's going to alter your relationship because then you're looking at each other like, "Who are you? I thought I knew you. Yeah, I don't think I really know you right now." I think.
But you know what? I'll say this. I don't think you're ever going to know everything about your partner.
And I don't think you should. Yeah. I don't think you should.
Nah, yeah, you should.
No.
Hell yeah.
I mean, in life, it's just going to be some things where you're not going to know everything about her because it's going to be some things, just like she won't know everything about you because it may be a hurt. It's because you'll never know everything about yourself eventually. You never know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I ain't talking about like this, but it's just gonna be some things like, dang, I didn't know I will react to something like that.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes you just ain't gonna know.
But what I mean by that is that we can't, like, if there's something we can't hide that, like, eventually it's gonna come out. So it's just like, if it's something major and it's gonna come up, then yeah, you shouldn't hide that. You know what I mean? So everything's gonna come out. Doesn't mean it need to come out all in one day. Like, hey, I did A, B, C, D, but it should be in the progressive stage when you come out and get to know that person. Yeah, you're not gonna know 100% in one day, but still, like, that's the verge where, hey, I gotta reveal myself to you every day, and this is who I am.
I think, again, for me personally, and I think it helps in relationships that I've been in, I understand you have to live your own life. You have to live your own life. And if you're living your own life, that means everything I'm not gonna know. And I actually take pride in not having to pesky you for every single point and thing in your life that happened. Some things are your life. It's what you went through. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to. I don't think everything needs to be shared.
Yeah, and you know what? I see a lot of good comments. I want to put all of them on here. It's really hard to get to. It's real quick. My bro Charles said 9 years of marriage. We never could have gotten this far by lying or admitting the truth. It works for me. I see Trish says everything needs to be mentioned because your past will always come to the light.
That's a fact.
Derek says there's a time and place for every conversation, but to grow together.
And look at him. Hey, look at him and his beautiful wife. Looking all happy.
I like that a little better.
Hey, look, that's the picture of a good marriage right there. Look at them. Looking all happy.
Always squeeze in something.
Yo, I'm really tired of the disrespect. So tired of the disrespect.
Hey, you in the bathroom, bro?
I am.
He taking the shit on the podcast. Lord have mercy.
But you know what? But I'm gonna tell you this. I think, and Jordan, I hear everything Jordan's saying because and this is the reason why I agree with it. He's not saying about lying. I don't think what he's saying is lying. What he's saying is we have to understand that we still getting to know ourselves.
That's true.
And even though y'all growing together, you are still getting
to
know yourself.
Is that a cold or something?
Listen, I gotta do bullshit, man.
But it's 15 years, love her. And I understand. I just think that y'all, when you can, you know what it is, when you can get out of the myth of this person's going to be everything I want them to be, you're going to get free, because you're going to realize that your happiness doesn't depend on that person.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm with you not because you make me happy, is because I want to be here with you, and I'm happy with myself. So I think that I agree with the honesty, because there's some things, you know, everybody know what you need to be saying.
Exactly.
That's the thing. You know what you need to be getting out there. Like, man, it's just like Jordan is a big money guy. Of course, he wanted his girl to tell him something about it ain't about no money. Like, look, yeah, I got 8 or 6 bankruptcies. I do. He's like, oh yeah, you need to tell me that.
You feel me?
Or if you somebody that, you know, like, it's just, I think it's just I think it really is a depend situation. And I like what Derek just said when he says a time and place for everything. I agree with that. I think it's a time and place for everything.
That time, maybe 10 years down the line, y'all have a certain conversation. You're like, baby, da 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 da. Like, oh wow, I didn't know that, because they may not have been ready for that at that time. They couldn't handle it at that time.
I agree with that. Yep. Mackenzie, I agree with that too. It said, I think withholding the truth affects you more as a person. Anything about, and I think that's what we're trying to, and what Jordan was really saying about that, people are individually, you got to grow. So it's a lot of things you think you're doing to other people. It really affects you more because it says more about you, what you do, than it do about who you did it to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I just think, like you said, that was a great one. When you said 10 years, the conversation, like still, like you might have somebody, let's say, oh man, you're going to be a millionaire. Could you imagine if people actually had a list, like God gave people a list of what's going to happen to you, when it's going to happen, when you're going to get it, and you was able to see it? Like, oh, that's what I'm going to do at this time frame. That's what I'm going to do at this time frame. No, it ain't going to be that easy, because you know why? Some of us may be wanting it right there. You may not be millionaire ready right now. You're like, oh yeah, you can't hold $1. What you going to do with $1 million? You can barely hold 100. Or, man, you're going to get the best wife in the world. Oh man. Right now, you love having sex, love sleeping with a whole bunch of women. But you get her now, you're gonna destroy her, and ain't gonna do nothing to you. So I agree with that. I like that, Derek. I'm gonna put that as what's the name? I'm gonna say that, man.
No, that was definitely a dope one for sure.
Yeah.
Good one, bro.
Yeah, that was just cool.
Time and a place, man.
Yeah. Now I know we was talking about everybody, and I really got a question. I want everybody that's here watching this to really answer this question truthfully. Do you think, because most of the time they say the first 100 days of the presidency is the most telling time frame, and it kind of sets you up for what it's going to be for the rest of the presidency. What are you looking for in these first 100 days to give you, I don't want to say hope, but to make you say, okay, they might do something. They might try to do a little something. What to you would say, okay, let's get this ball rolling. I see y'all getting the ball
I
rolling.
would say announcing a comprehensive plan for the economy going forward in the next couple of years. You know, what the Feds is going to do, if it's going to remain rate cut 0%. You know, looking at,
changing.
Are we going to roll out the vaccines a little bit more effectively? It is going to be support for these vaccine makers as these new strains are coming out. Operation Warp Speed under Trump wasn't terrible, but I mean, where are we going to improve upon that? I mean, so how are we going to get people back to a sustainable life? You know, if we just going to trip out and print a bunch of money and make more stimulus, which, I'm not opposed to that for those who get them. But I mean, what's going to be our plan to get our economy back stable? I already noticed that Biden is already putting his people in place, and it looks like a pretty strong cabinet right now, very diverse. And so he's putting in places, the pieces in place right now. But what I don't want a whole bunch of nice speeches, to make me feel safe and calm, and comfortable with my comfort blanket. I want to know, like, how we gonna get it now, and how we gonna move forward.
I'm trying to figure out what Mackenzie meant by Trump didn't have a presence. I think he had a hell of a presence. The presence may not have been for you,
Mhm.
but his people was rocking with him, as we saw today or yesterday. My fault. I don't know. I think he had an excellent presence, but I agree with what you said, Sel. I mean, I guess we'll see the rollout if they do it, you know, how it's supposed to be done. But I don't know. Again, I don't care. Every year, this year, next year, I'm always preaching personal growth for everybody. I just want the people near me, close to me, personally, grow personally, and the benefits will come.
I'm gonna be very honest. I like Ray's answer, law enforcement, just to see some accountability with law enforcement and how things are going. But honestly, before Ray said that, I don't even know. I just want to probably give him time to see what he's gonna do and actually fix or progress something. Whether it's during the pandemic of people financially getting help. I know Jordan likes talk about finances, so I think that's one that he could capitalize on. Law enforcement,
Yet.
huh?
I haven't been. I don't think and I'm pissed. Write it off on the tax. Cool.
Yeah. So like I said, financial gain, law enforcement accountability, the COVID-19 crisis. I mean, you got a lot to choose from. You take one and spearhead it. So I mean, I don't know which one would be more beneficial for him right now to take on. Either one would be fine. Like I said, it could get no worse than what we had. So you just take something, you spearhead it, and you just build from there. But yeah, my honest answer is like I don't even know at this point. I don't even care. Just take one and just go from there. We just need to see immediate change.
So can I say, how much does it really matter? Because let's say a Republican wins, after these 4 years, all right, now we gonna do it our way. Then a Democrat, it just goes back and forth. Them motherfuckers got to get out of office. They gotta go. They're pushing the same stuff. It's got to be a whole change, man. Or we're going to be the same thing. All right, 4 years of this, 4 years of that, 4 years of this, 4 years of that. It's got to be a bigger change.
No, yeah. I agree, bro. I definitely agree, Jordan. You're definitely right.
I think what a lot of us, and actually everything y'all said is like kind of like a little bit of everything y'all said is kind of where I'm at with it too. Is but I do see that the most everybody, law enforcement is really big, police reform is really big, and that's understandable. I think that with this government, like we've been saying, is that I wish we would be more involved in local government, which is the most important government, because that's a direct effect of you in your community is local government. Mm-hmm. You got to go out to those elections. You got to go out and appoint those representatives and things of that nature. But at the same time, the goal is to not be reliant on government. That's what I would say for myself, is not to be reliant on the government. I have no problem. I'm a big finance guy. I'm big on that. I feel like that's some focus. I don't believe it's all power because I think it's a tool, but I'm big on the finance aspect. Let it be more opportunities and low interest loans for small businesses, because right now in this matter right now, small businesses are being devastated, especially Black small businesses. They being totally just taken through the ringer. I've seen a couple of guys that I've known and had to go. He like, man, can you come here and I need to cut this out because I got to close up. And trying to see this brother stand strong. You know what I'm saying? That I knew for years, knowing that I'm coming in there to try to get everything up to code because he about to get ready to sell because he done. He got to. I mean, it's a horrible picture. And these are people that's business on. Like some people say, well, you get your own. That's fine. Yeah, you still got to get your own, but you still got to pay taxes. You still got to run through this government. You got to have people. That's why when somebody's talking about, oh man, I see you working on their properties and stuff. Bro, if I have nobody to move into the property that can't pay rent, I still have to be responsible for that. People don't understand the concepts. Sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but do you ever get talking to somebody that don't understand money? And it just pisses you off. You like, you know what? You really don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna say, we're gonna agree that
They
you're a
just-
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You
Leave
know?
it alone.
Yep. And I was like, you just because it's like sometimes it's dumb. So, like you said, the personal growth, the financial growth, we're gonna have to figure out. We are in the time frame where you have to figure out a new way to make positive flow. You got to, because it's not. This is, I know Bitcoin is big, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't put full stake into it yet. I agree.
XRP, that was another cryptocurrency. They SEC just hit their ass, and I lost bread off of it.
Bro,
It's
remember me and you was talking about this when we were first time. Like, I know people jumping on the bed, but look, I'm like, I would just hold off. If you got some in it, just like I would just say, I'm not someone to give nobody advice. Don't want nobody come back. Well, I'm getting like, oh, no. You do it on your own. But I just think it's gonna be a new way to make money in this environment, and people, you gotta find it out, because there's some people that's thriving right now, and they are really making money. And I ain't just talking about the super on top rich. Of course, we know the Amazons, they always gonna do that. But we talking about some people you like, wow, they ain't lacked. I know a brother. I want to put you. Well, I don't think Mike wouldn't care. Mike, he has been overrun with business. What he does, he collects dead bodies.
listen.
Hey, that could be my second job a couple months ago.
Hey, I ain't put his last name out there, but he makes, listen, $25
A body. Yep.
That's it. I met a man, not met a man, but was talking to him. He get, I think, $350 to $450 per body, and he putting them in a van.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he do.
Hey,
when you
somebody
start
offered
seeing
me
like
that.
teams and stuff like that, that's what he got. He has a huge splinter, and I'm like, bro, what you doing? And he just, yeah, man. He's like, I just put in the overtime. I'm like, so I was laughing, and I'm like, you mean the overtime? Like you just start throwing the bodies out.
Yeah.
But people are thriving. You just have to have. It's just what we've been talking about in the flow. You got to have more than one income. You got to know how to make it. You got to know what you're doing. A van and Soldier Boy voice. But
Yeah,
it is what it is. I just think that's where it's at now. And I agree with Sale. And I think a lot of people, especially outside of, I think the minority and a lot of the people in this country, they want to see. I think people are more aware. This is the punishment of when you get more people involved in the political process. That now more people are watching, and more people are going to be holding you accountable. So Biden, I know you 74, you're knocking on heaven's doorstep. You better get this right, because you got too many people watching you. Y'all got another election in 2 years.
Oh,
and people, bro, they are going, if you're not doing it, if they don't see a change in 2 years, that mug going right back Republican or however they want to do.
ain't nothing about to happen to Biden. They will revive that man or bring in a clone, because listen, I done heard white men say they're not worried about Biden. They said if something happened to him, that black bitch, and that's the like, damn, that black bitch gonna be the president. I said, yo,
they said they on something else.
I'm like, did you really just, but that was the fear. I said, wow, that's crazy.
I guarantee you, bro. I know Obama had a lot of Secret Service around him. This administration about to have more Secret Service and more protection around them than any other administration in history. I guarantee you.
After this, okay.
Yeah. It's wild. We about to, God forbid, and I keep telling people this. We about to get a taste of them Abraham Lincoln days when them guys didn't care. You know what I'm saying? They going in. Look,
Wild West. You was about to say.
Went into a movie theater and shot him first. Did anybody think about that? How did this motherfucker get in the same booth as the president of the United States and shot him in the? You want to know why? Because he was set up. He was like, go right ahead, and shot him in the head. Like, there we go. I'm like, what the world? Think about that. I'm like, that's the first thing I think about. Everybody talk about John Will's booth. Like, he shot him in the head. I'm like, how did he get that close?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I just think that we're rising up on that time frame.
messing with
I'm just
you.
hoping-
Don't mess with this free labor boy.
Right. Bro, it's about to be really, really, really. I think we about to see it. I'm hoping and praying that we don't get the era of the 60s. And if anybody, if you don't know about the 60s, I know a lot of people hear bits and pieces. They was not playing in the 60s. And I'm talking about blacks, whites, and everybody else. It was like, bam, they were sending messages. They was like, look, I'm getting rid of you. Think about all the major assassinations in the 60s. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, both Kennedy brothers, Medgar Evers. These people were sending messages big time, like, no, we ain't flowing like that. Get rid of them. Anybody that showed any ability to have a pulse of people, they're like, get them out of there. And I'm telling you, I'm hoping, like I said, I hope nothing happened to them, but they definitely gonna have security up to yin yang. When they saw this, think about it. Like Marcel said, and I know if anybody been to DC before, I've been to DC several times. You can't go nowhere in DC without police. I've never been everywhere. So when we saw that, I'm like, woo, that just reeks of people like, you know what?
Inside job.
Yep. They're going to get you in the right place at the right time.
They're like, this is the skeleton crew. This is what y'all need to do. This is where y'all need to go.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just incredible. Every time I see the video and I'm looking at it while we talking, I was like, this guy is walking off with a podium.
Yep.
I'm like, what? And they really gonna drown this to death? One woman was shot. What a tragedy. That bitch had it coming. Don't you run up into the fucking, don't run into the fucking federal government and get shot. I don't care if you're a white woman. Don't you do it. If you running into government, let me tell you something. If somebody run into my house right now talking about boom, 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 I'm gonna let you bust open the door, but you've been shot right back out there.
Right back.
Come on, people. I'm like, people, come on now. Don't talk this junk because she a woman. She had that coming. If you ain't ready to die for the cause, don't be a part of the cause. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wouldn't have ran up in that building. I know my ass gonna be shot.
Bro,
hey, I'll be outside that flag. That's it.
The only building I'm running into is the Treasury. I'm only running into the Treasury. I'm like, hey, which one of these is the United States Treasury?
I don't know. I can't run in there either, man.
I would have run. Hey, I would go on that computer like $5 million stimulus.
Oh man.
Woo! I would have changed. Boy, I'd have came out there like, Randy, where you went? Yeah, I just changed my mind about that. But knowing me, I'm the one that get on camera. They talk about all this stuff. We know the Capitol building, but we saw one black motherfucker in the Treasury Department. They got my ass looking at the camera like this, right into the computer, like
with the glasses on.
Like, yeah. Man, hey, Trump had a field day with me. He put me on the front yard, like, we gotta show him. Somebody give me the pistol. We gotta show him. I'm like, you better not shoot me, motherfucker.
This nigga.
Listen. All I'm saying, I just want to see, like you said, Trump, he finna ride out, man. I don't know how he gonna ride out, but he's finna ride out.
I'm telling y'all, man.
Some kind of display of something that's gonna be for the history books. This is, y'all know this is history.
Yeah,
bro.
It's crazy.
Bro, I've been saying that, man. People been saying that all the time. It's like that. We were just saying right before you got in here, Jay. We was like, yesterday just seemed like you was like,
it wasn't real.
Like, did we just see people break into one of should have been one of the most secure places in the United States?
Ever. You know what scares me though, also? With social media and how we view media now, I wasn't as like, it didn't pump fear into my heart. It was kind of like, okay, that happened. And that shit is crazy. I don't know. It made me feel weird. I'm like, this is huge. This is huge. But it just didn't feel huge. But it's huge. I don't know. I'm talking too much.
No, I agree. Bro.
Hey, look, I don't know. This might sound a little emotional, but I'm gonna tell y'all an experience I had today. So, just after, like I said, taking it in, I just thought, I said, wow, you know, if these people are bold enough, like I said, let's just pretend that it wasn't planned. These people are bold enough to go into one of the securest buildings in the country with weapons, right? So what would stop them from coming to my house and doing what they want to my family? That's the scary part. I'm trying to kill somebody to protect my family. That's the part that got me, is that people are bold enough to do stuff like that. They'll care nothing about us.
Yep. For sure. For sure. And there was a little thing that it came out a few weeks ago where it was sent out like via social media to black people, like, yo, beware, because it's about to be real crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And this is living proof. It's living proof.
Yeah,
so
it's scary, man.
Everybody needs to protect themselves. Again, I say strap up. Strap up, man.
You gotta be, bro. And like I said, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Everybody, we appreciate y'all tuning in with us. Y'all continue to stay safe, stay prayed up. And like I said, we just gonna hope for the best.
Absolutely. We're gonna, like you said, and then again, we're gonna come to y'all next week back at our regular time on Wednesday. Of course, like we said, we just want to make sure, and again, want to make sure that we got all the information straight before we got anything. And shout out to Jay. We know Jay had to go. He already let us know.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Jay, man. Be safe out there. And always, I'm really, one thing I'm gonna say, and I really believe in this, is that we come into a time frame where I think that we are getting chance after chance. And I'm talking about on the spiritual level. We're getting chance after chance, an opportunity to get ourselves right. And what I mean right doesn't mean what everybody's definition will mean by right. I mean opportunity to get it right. Like, if you know you're wrong somebody, man, get it out the way. Apologize. Make amends for it. If it's no things that you should be doing and you've been half stepping on it, do it. If it's people that you should be appreciating more in your life, appreciate them, love them, and let them know. If it's people that are constantly sucking you dry, love them, but let them go. We have given so much opportunity, and more and more I see it, I feel like almost like God is just saying, I want y'all to get it right. I want you to be able to just get everything that you should be doing, what you need to be doing. Just do it. Stop worrying about everything else. Just do what you know you need to do. This ain't about, this bigger than paying attention to everybody's sin or what sin is the sin of the day and all this stuff. And it's way deeper than that. Because we got a God that said he loves us all, flaws and all. So what we need to do is just come to the self-revelation to do things right. And I believe that if people just started doing things right by starting with yourself first, over half the problems we have in society would not exist anymore. Selfishness, get it out the way. And hey, everybody not gonna have that mentality. You know, I agree with somebody, I think one of y'all said it today, that everybody not gonna get the memo. Or some people gonna get the memo and they're gonna throw it away and say, forget it, I'm about to do what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't gonna share this, but I remember at one time, and I think it's a really good thing to share. I remember I had a dream. It was about a couple of weeks ago before New Year. And in my dream, I saw a whole bunch of people. We were all at looks like a train station. I saw people that I knew, some people I didn't know, saw people I loved and family with. Some of them had luggage, some Some people didn't have anything. Some people had tickets in their hands. Some people didn't have tickets in their hands. And the train came and pulled up. And it opened its doors. And I saw some people try to get on the train, but boom, it was blocked. It was almost like it was a force field around it. They couldn't get on. I saw some people walk right in that bad boy. No issues whatsoever. But what I did notice that the people that walked on the train, they didn't have luggage for some reason. Some people were trying to get on with the luggage, and when they kind of got to the grips where maybe I need to leave this luggage here, they stopped, they dropped it, and they was able to get on. I saw some people with tickets who were trying to get on, and boom, they couldn't get on. It was just nothing, something was going wrong with it. And I remember getting on the train. I have nothing with me. I let go. I just let go of my luggage, and I got on, and I was sitting there, and I saw some people that I knew, some people I didn't, but then I also saw some people that I knew and loved that couldn't get on the train. All of a sudden, I heard a voice say, "Last call." And some people, like I said, some with the tickets couldn't get on. People would not let go of their luggage, and then all of a sudden, train closed, and boom, it just took off like one of the bullet trains. And I didn't know really what it was until I really started, kind of just praying about it a little bit more, and that vision that was getting me. And I really believe what God was trying to say to us and God revealed to us is that this new level that we're trying to go to in life, you can't come there with your own frame of mind and thinking. That the way that you used to think how you could do things is not going to fly in this new level that I'm about to take you. And that was representative of people that didn't want to let go of their luggage, because for so long, so many people want to keep their own frame of mind and thinking that there's only one way to do it is their way, and they never want to let it go. But at the same time, they want God to do great things in their life, but they never give them the access to the wheel. And they couldn't get on, and they didn't want to let go of none of that luggage they had, whether it been past or things of that nature or their own misconceptions. They didn't want to let it go. They was comfortable with it, so they couldn't get on. And then you had the people with the tickets, and I was with the people with the tickets. These are the people that thought they was doing things in my name all the time, that they thought they was doing everything and thinking just because they said, "Oh yeah, this God and everything else, that's fine." And come to find out, those are the people that was doing it for their own selfish gain. These are the people that was scamming. These are the people that were lying. These are the people that was misleading. These are the people that wanted to get all the show, all the go, and never give God none of the glory for none of the things they did for his life. Those are the people that thought because they had a ticket that they could get on. And it didn't happen. And what I'm saying is that for everybody is that in this season, we're going to have to get to a new frame of mind of thinking and allow God to have full access of us. Not a little bit. It ain't going to cut it to be like, "All right, God, I drive a part of the journey, you drive another part of the journey." No. You got to let him have the wheel, and you got to sit back. Because as long as you in the wheel, you're going to hit every accident. You're going to be paying attention to everything except for what's ahead of you. And if God is in the driver's seat, guess what he does more than anything else that's important? He keeps you in the right lane. For everybody out there, Unfiltered, we love y'all.
Everybody, hold on, wait. Listen, 1 second. We can call everybody to the altar because Pastor Randy just said a word. And that, look, be careful of this man when he wears his glasses. This is smoke, Randy. But now, before you close out, Cousin Sale, thank you for coming on, man. You always proceed to give us knowledge and insight on, things that we may even look at different, man. Thank you so much for coming on, bro. And you always welcome, man.
No problem at all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, yeah, Randy, like that word was very fulfilling, and it has helped me, like, since you said it. And I appreciate that word, and I'm pretty sure our viewers appreciate it too.
Amen to everybody.
There ain't no altar calls. We ain't saving nobody because that was a word.
There we go. That was that's the word. We just want everybody, like you said, we just pressing out here for everybody, for love, for everybody else.
Yeah.
My man tried to hit me with a stick.
Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Continue to share, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time. Thank you.
Braggadocio. Remember,